Hello, my wonderful Aries. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay, guys, so we have the card Great Fortune, followed by Official Person. Okay. Someone could be gifting you something this week, Aries, or I see this as like a very kind gesture. Something that maybe you're not expecting, but it's very positive or it's making you very happy. Even if it is, some form of communication, from this person here. And we have official person. You may be connecting with someone who's in like a position of, authority. It could be someone who's also in the public eye. But I also sense there's a very heavy fixation on you this week, and there's an energy of wanting to prove how they feel towards you. Okay. So we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. An offer when you least expect it. Or something that you thought was over is not really over. Because with the Four of Cups, I do sense that maybe there's a situation at hand that you were growing very impatient with, okay? Or, it could even be an energy of I'm not happy with the current dynamic. Something is not progressing the way that I thought it would. But I do see an incoming offer, but you don't expect this. Okay. How are you being viewed this week? The Chariot. Some of you could be dealing with the Cancer. You know what I sense here, Aries? This person is viewing you as the complete opposite of them. But they're accepting that and they still want to work together. Like, I don't see it as a negative thing, but I think the differences between the both of you are definitely something that's being highlighted for this person this week. This person also feels like something is not progressing the way that they thought it would, but they're finding peace within that, or they're accepting that. So it could even be releasing control or detaching from a specific outcome. The High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, and again, guys, as I was opening the spread with the Ace of Pentacles as well as the Four of Cups, I said it was an offer that you don't expect. In the High Priestess, Ace of Cups, you don't see this coming. This person is offering you their cup of love. It could even be an emotional confession. But I feel like with the High Priestess, it's either someone who's currently being silent with you, or there's a lack of consistency between the both of you. And that could be the reason why you're not expecting this person to reach out or offer you or confess their emotions towards you. High Priestess, this person feels guided in your direction. And keep in mind, these two cards are coming up in the challenge position, which is letting me know that this person is taking quite some time with formulating a message, or there could be a bit of a hesitant energy where they're fearing some sort of rejection. They're definitely thinking about things thoroughly. It's not someone who's, doing something or confessing something in an impulsive way. How are you viewing them? The Hanged Man. You feel like this connection has been stagnant for a very long time, or you have not been seeing much action from this person. So you could be having a shift in perspective, or when you shift your focus, or when you detach from the situation, could be when this offer is coming in. But it's almost like you're viewing the situation as this has been at a standstill for so long. I don't want to feel consumed by it, or I don't want to continue thinking about it and anticipating for something to happen if it's not. Some of you could be dealing with the Pisces. But the main thing that I'm getting here is like when you detach or when you stop investing in a situation is when someone is almost like coming at you full throttle. We have the Seven of Pentacles in your feelings, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, a very slow moving energy, feeling like there's more observing and analyzing going on as opposed to taking action. You're also in a very premeditated energy. So when you receive this offer, you're going to observe it. You may even have a question of why now, what has changed, or what made you want to take some form of action now when you weren't able to do it or did not want to do that in the past. So you're going to be observing this offer. It's not going to be an easy yes, and you're not going to allow this person to have access to you just, right away. You may have a lot of questions for them. You may also want this person to prove themselves to you and prove that they are wanting to attain some form of stability with you. But you're not just going to, buy what they say off the bat here. We have the Temperance. Some of you could be dealing with the Sagittarius and the Magician. Yeah, Aries, not to sound too repetitive, but it seems to me like an offer that you've been manifesting for quite some time. It's coming in for you when you least expect it. And more specifically, it's coming in for you when you have made the choice to completely detach or not focus on it. And what I see is this is something that you've deeply desired in the past. And it's not to say that you don't have emotions for this person in the current moment, but you're being very cautious. Because you do have a question of why did it take so long? This could be a connection that really tested your patience. And so it's like making the choice to not wait around, but you still feel like there was some sort of a prolonged waiting game between the both of you. So there could also be some sort of frustration here. Because this is happening and something is taking off. It's just not as soon as you wanted it to. And some of you could be having a shift in perspective, or maybe your emotions have changed as well. And I'm not saying you're not giving this person a chance, but I will say you're being extremely observant of them and cautious. You're not just going to say, yes, I accept your offer and, let's fly off into the sunset. You're going to, you're wanting to see more proof. You're wanting this person to prove themselves to you. You're wanting to see more and not just hear things from this person. The Hermit, some of you could be dealing with the Virgo and the Ace of Swords. Yep. I mean, we saw the Ace of Pentacles in the beginning of the spread, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. That's a new beginning. And the Hermit, this person feels like they've had enough time to think about this in a period of solitude. They feel like, if you and this person were in a separation, they feel like, okay, we have been in a separation for long enough. I have thought about everything that I need to, and I'm ready to come forward. I'm ready to, bring forth some sort of clarity to Aries. An Ace of Swords is usually like a breakthrough in a situation. So for you, it could feel like a finally moment, but for this person, it may feel like they needed to take that time to figure out what they wanted, or there could be something that was going on behind the scenes that they're going to reveal to you. This is why I was unable to offer you something stable, or there's something that I needed to take care of, prior to investing in a relationship. Because with the High Priestess, as well as the Ace of Swords in the challenge position, it could be someone who intentionally was withdrawing some sort or withholding some sort of information from you, and they're feeling ready to tell you their truth or their perspective on things. And it's definitely someone who feels like they did not explain something to you thoroughly in the past. Where in the now they're feeling, yes, more confident to do so, but it's also like, I'm tired of sitting in the silence, or I'm tired of, thinking about this offer and not acting on it. Is it something that they're struggling with? Yes. Is it something that they've taken a while to, or it's a decision that they've taken a while to kind of like make? Yes, I definitely see that. Because I see that, there is frustration on your end, but they are very determined to come forward is what I see. And very determined to have a new beginning here. And I just see this all as very unexpected. And I think that's why there are a lot of questions on your end of why now. We have the Three of Swords in their feelings and the Queen of Cups. This person could be expressing some sort of hurt to you, or there could be a very painful period that they've went through in their life that they're wanting to speak about. And the Three of Swords doesn't always need to be like heartbreak. It could also be some sort of falling out with like a family member, or the ending of a cycle in another area of their life that they felt very defeated by. But I do see a heart-to-heart conversation where this person is opening up to you, not only emotionally, but speaking about things that are very difficult for them to reveal, or confiding in you about something that's very difficult for them to speak about, is what I see with the Three of Swords. I will say though, Aries, this person is, planning to communicate with you, but they're also hoping that you are going to sympathize with them. They're hoping that it's not going to turn into a conflict or lead to more hurt than what they currently feel or what was caused in the past. The King of Wands and the Ace of Wands, very fixated on you, highly attracted to you with the King of Wands. This person may view you as extremely confident, a very bold energy, a type A personality, but they also feel like it's the opposite of them. But in a way, they also feel that's why things work, or there's some sort of balance that you bring into their life. You may have helped this person feel more confident about themselves, or just operate in more of like a confident or bold way, and you might not be aware of this, but they view you as someone that really inspires them. They view you as someone that is the opposite of them, but they feel like it would work perfectly because there's a lot that they can learn from you. Almost an energy of like opposites attract. So I see someone who's very fixated on you, and manifesting this new beginning. At this point, we've seen all the aces in the deck. And with the Ace of Wands and the King of Wands, I think that this person wants to offer you something that you're actually going to want to accept. It's something that they feel, or they want you to be excited about. And I will say there could be something very difficult that this person had to go through, and they're confiding in you about it, but they're hoping that you actually sympathize with them or understand their perspective. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords followed by the Knight of Cups and the potential outcome moving towards you, wanting to feel closer to you, and again, an offer or a confession that you don't expect. That's what I see. What's the Six of Swords? Five of Swords and the Knight of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Definitely wanting to move away from conflict. It could even be wanting to avoid conflict. So this could be someone who's coming in and saying, okay, I want to have a conversation. I know you're upset with me, or I know, you are growing impatient with the situation, but I just want to sit down and talk about it. And I don't want either of us to, get upset. And the Five of Swords and the Two of Pentacles could be you going back and forth in terms of what do I want to do moving forward. Right? That could be a very important decision that you have to make, but there's also some sort of mental conflict. Maybe you're excited to reconnect with this person, but you have a question of why now? Why did it take so long? There could be a bit of a hesitant energy when it comes to accepting this offer. Okay, so let's see if there's anything they want to communicate. So it says, I'm not financially stable. So that could be something that they're opening up about. There could be something pertaining to their finances or living situation that has altered. And they're working through that. It could be something that they're not comfortable speaking about, but they're still going to reveal it to you. Look at this, guys. It says, I am afraid to contact you. So that could also be the reason why they were stalling. Maybe they were fearing your response, or they're, fearing some sort of rejection. For many of you, I think this person senses your frustration, or the fact that, this is a situation that you were growing very impatient with. I love you unconditionally. Okay. Anything else? Okay. I want to make amends. Definitely, reconciliation energy here. There's another card that flipped out, I'm pretty sure. I am becoming a better person. So they are working on themselves as well. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.